What's up, IGN? Brian here with Leah B. Jackson.
Hello, everyone.
And we're playing Strife. It's a new MOBA from S2 Games. You may have heard of them. They made Han, which is Heroes of Newerth, that came out in 2010. A pretty popular MOBA before League and Dota really exploded
Before
and
the
took the whole market over.
free-to-play craze came over.
Exactly.
Heroes of Newerth had its day in the sun, but now we're ready to play some Strife.
And so it's in closed beta. It's kind of hard to find a full game, so we're just going to fill it with bots for now. What we want to do is we want to show you why this game is a little bit easier to get into than Dota or League. That's kind of the point of this game. It's what S2 is pushing. Is like, hey, MOBAs are hard. Let's help someone who's new get into them and not feel like they're just getting destroyed all the time.
So right off the bat, there's kind of a more limited hero pool than what you might be used to in the other games.
Right. Yep. S2 has said they might add a few, but they want to keep it pretty small because, like, if you play Dota, there are 110 heroes and they can all kill you in different ways.
Right.
You need to know, hey, well, what are they going to do to me? If there's only 20 of them, that's much simpler.
And there's less to learn. You can get, more experience with them faster, that kind of thing.
Right. I really like Rook. He's like and it says right there below his name, what he does. Highly elusive, ranged attack, damage hero. It's kind of a nice way to kind of break down their roles and tell you a little bit more about what they're going to be doing.
And each character is very colorful.
Yeah, it's very, sort of cartoon. It's having fun.
Yes, definitely.
I like that. So I'm going to go with this Rook guy. Rook. And here you go. Pets.
So I love this feature about Strife. Every character can select a pet to, come along with them in battle.
Right. I only have one right now. It's Razor. It's a cat thing. It can turn you invisible. You see the skills over on the right side there. It can give you lifesteal once you level it up and feed it. But yeah, it's sort of a way to... Basically, it's like extra stats, but they turned it into a pet, which is a little more fun, and you kind of have it following you, and you can upgrade it. And
it's another fun thing to do outside of the game, too, because
right.
You level them up outside of the actual, 5v5 combat.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fun.
So I picked Razor. Oh, and by the way, you get to pick one of those right when you start the game.
One of three
pets?
Pets?
One of 3 pets, and then you can unlock the others.
All right. So here we are. We made it.
We're here.
So tell me a little bit about the map in Strife.
So the map looks a lot like most other MOBA maps, if you're familiar with them. We got these 3 lanes here, 2 towers on each, pretty standard. Enemy's base, whoever destroys that first wins. The difference is the map in this game is much smaller. It doesn't take as much time to travel between lanes, which is nice because you're not missing experience, you're not missing gold. And also if you die, you can get back to your lane very quickly. It's not a real big burden for you.
And there are also other special features on the map, too. It's got a jungle, neutral creep spawns.
Right, yep. Same spawns as, you would expect. There are characters who can go jungle and then not take that experience from, lane characters.
Mm-hmm. The hunt is and are the towers any different than the normal towers? You just have to stay away from them?
Yep, pretty much stay away. They will attack you if you attack a hero.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty standard there. What gets different here, and we have to let they're not called creeps in this game. Something different. Once the minions spawn, I'll show you what changes they made to the gold, which is actually maybe one of the biggest ones in this game.
And there, behind Brian's character, you can see his pet, his little Razor pet, and if you hover over any of the other characters on your team, they each have a pet as well.
Yep.
Seems like Razor.
Razor's pretty popular. Well, there's a weird one.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different pets, and so the pet ability is F on his hotkey bar, and the pet's abilities take a really long time.
Yeah, this one has a 3-minute cooldown. See, it spawns a decoy and shrouds you, makes you invisible. So they're very powerful, very useful. You just have to be careful when you hit that button.
Mm-hmm.
I missed the creep block. So at this point, I'm laning alone. See, I'm playing with bots, so I can't really tell people where to go. I'm laning alone, but I'm probably going to lose this, actually.
Well,
there we go. So last hitting.
Yeah.
Super important in MOBAs. You want the last little chip of health there, which I'm not doing so poorly on. Basically, if you lane with someone in like Dota and you get the last hit, only you get that gold. But in Strife, everyone in the lane shares the gold with you. Or if you're soloing, it's shared globally with your team. So even supports who probably aren't getting the last hits, or people like me who are doing terribly aren't getting last hits, you still get gold. It's kind of a nice way to split that up.
It's really nice. It's the first MOBA I've seen that splits gold like this. I really like that if you're supporting, someone in your lane, then both characters get the gold. It's a nice way for both characters to be able to get items faster rather than just, only one person getting all that money.
Early kill. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Yeah, so right now I'm getting gold for my team. The supports can buy support items and not have to worry so much about, how am I going to get gold? How am I going to stay useful throughout the game?
Another thing that Strife has is brush. So if Brian wants to hide in the bushes,
right.
Before another enemy character comes back, he can do so and
Yep.
turns invisible, just like in League of Legends.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. You can hang out and... see, right now I want to explain this. The passive regen that's going on, that's not in a lot of other MOBAs that I know of, at least. Basically, if you get harassed down or you survive a gank, in other games you have to go back to the fountain. Like right now, I'd be in danger. But if I can get out of this, which I will, I don't necessarily have to make the travel back because I just stay out of combat and I'll fill right back up.
But if you do need to go back to base, there is the teleport button. It's H in this game, and it just teleports you home.
Right.
Back to your fountain where you can heal.
Or if I want to stay here and get last hits in this early crucial stage, here I am healing up. It's pretty cool.
Okay. Let's talk about the courier. So let's say that you want an item. Let's say you're better at last hitting.
Yeah.
And no, I'm just kidding. And
take the shots while I'm talking here.
and you do have a decent amount of money. So if Brian wants to, he can buy anytime he wants, and he has his own personal courier in this game.
Yep. So here's these fervor boots, sort of like in Dota. It's there's an item, and a lot of times there's a recipe. I will buy it, and then G brings the courier to me. Everyone has their own, so you don't have to worry about hugging it. You don't have to worry about, hey, everyone load their items on, and we'll bring it around. It's pretty cool. You can see him down here running towards me. Very nice. You're not going to be annoying. You're not going to mess up your team and get the courier killed or anything like that.
And if you notice on the mini-map, people's couriers are going to and from base all the time. It's really nice to have your own individual courier. I'm not sure if you can upgrade them or not in this game.
I don't know if you can either. I haven't really tried.
But the thing is that the map is so small that your items get to you pretty quickly anyway. So even if you can upgrade it, it's not the biggest of deals.
Right, exactly. So let's say this is not probably going to work because I can't talk to bots and line something up. But let's say I was going to come gank mid here. This is we'll get to this later. Don't you worry about that.
Onward.
Yeah, the map is pretty. I'm already at mid. I'm already behind that character. Just another way of showing that it doesn't take very long at all to get anywhere on this map.
And as such, it's very easy to gank like Brian just did here. He just runs up to him really fast,
and there we go.
It takes no time, and then he can quickly get back to bottom to his own lane too, so he's not hogging the experience.
Exactly.
Of the
She's taking my tower
middle.
here.
Right. So let's talk about that big monster in the middle, though.
Yeah. So I wish the bots would come attack this. They do later on. So in League, there's Nasher.
There's Baron Nashor, and then there's also the Dragon in League of Legends.
And then in Dota, it's Roshan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, in this game, there's just two strong monsters, and one on each side of mid. And if you kill the one that Brian was just standing in front of, then you'll get this big, kind of Roshan-looking monster to come help you push down a single lane, and you can select which lane you want help for.
Right, and the cool thing about that is, so let's say in Dota you get this item and it brings you back to life if you die. That's like the power up from it. You still don't have to push the game forward at that point. You can still sit back if you want. In this game, it's like, okay, you get this, and we're going to immediately make the game faster. We're going to push this game, and that's why the games are shorter too.
About how long does each game last, would you say?
I played a few, and with bots, this could take whatever, but with real people, 25 minutes seems to be pretty common. Maybe
Again,
a little shorter.
Really nice, because games of League and Dota can take upwards to 45 to 60 minutes for a game. I mean, there's the rare games that are over in 25 minutes, but that's not the norm. So it's kind of nice if you just want to pick up and play something a little bit more casual. Strife is really aiming to please there.
Sorry, I
Oh,
was going
and
for the
she's gonna
kill
get
there.
away.
I know. She's got that passive regen too if she stands still.
Oh no.
So I'm not doing very good at buying things.
So let's say that you want to get a little bit more map awareness. What can you do to help that?
Well, let me show you. So in like League or Dota, you have to buy wards as a support, and that kind of sucks. Sorry, I'm running around here. You have to buy supports or wards, and that kind of sucks because you have to spend your money and you're not making a lot. In this, there are these little stations. I don't know how many of them here. That's not one. Yeah, there are 4 on the map, and all you do is walk up to it and you control it, and then you can come contest it as the other team, of course.
They kind of are like Xel'Naga towers from StarCraft 2, if you're familiar with that. They just give vision in an area around it for a certain amount of time, and whoever is the last person to touch it is the team that gets the vision in that area.
Right. So, between supports sharing gold from last hits and between not having to buy wards with money just by going to those towers, it's a lot easier to play that role. You can focus more on helping your team secure kills rather than just like maintenance. I'm just gonna try and push down this tower now. I might just go help my team.
One of the last and really interesting things about the game is when you're pushing a lane at the end with the generators.
Right. Yeah, that's interesting. So basically, if you take down, say these, I push up and I take out this tower and I take out this tower. Well, their base has these guns on it that it shoots out at different directions, and if you take out a lane of towers, that turret will no longer shoot you. So it's kind of useful to go around and take these out, whereas in like Dota, you can just take one lane and slip right onto their base and have no problem.
Yeah.
So that's kind of neat. It kind of makes every lane important to be in, so no one's really like kind of wasting their time in one. I think it's kind of cool. I
think so too. So what do you think of Strife?
I really like this game. I want to play more. It's in closed beta. It's hard to find a full game right now, but once they tune things and open it up more, it shouldn't be too difficult. I definitely like this. I'd like to see, the people who get really good at it, what is there still for them? Like, is there still the upper ceiling for them? But that we'll just have to see in time.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for the rundown.
No problem. Thanks for helping. For more on Strife, MOBAs, games in general, keep it right here on IGN.com.